which stands for Point Inflated Response Device. It can be used in any disaster to aid the stranded and people who are in need, whether it be flooding, snowstorms, the aftermath of hurricanes or tornadoes, or the aftermath of any other disaster which limits access by motor vehicle. The B.I.R.D can handle it all.
The B.I.R.D holds the essential supplies that are essential for life. Most people during natural disasters die because of isolation. 142 out of the 285 people who died during Hurricane Sandy died because of isolation. Another 1,000 out of the 1,800 people in Hurricane Katrina died of isolation. And even today in the Philippines, people are dying because they're isolated. This number needs to be lowered, and this needs to stop right now.
Captain Hoosier with a question. Sir, you said that these B.I.R.D units will contain essential supplies. I heard the developer of the B.I.R.D contacted engineers, lawyers, and doctors for help on the construction and design of the B.I.R.D. I believe they also contacted food and survival experts for advice on what the B.I.R.D should deliver. Will these B.I.R.D units include things like dehydrated food, pain medications, matches, first aid supplies, and clothes?
That's right, soldier. These are exactly the kinds of supplies that the B.I.R.D was designed to contain. The Gobots really did their due diligence. We have 3 of their members here today to help answer your questions.
Hi, my name is Gracie, and these are my assistants, Justin and Eli. We are from the Clemmons Cardinals Gobots, the group which created the B.I.R.D. First off, I'd like to say thank you for giving us these awesome flight suits for joining you today. After calling and emailing every state in the U.S. as well as 4 other countries, with help from FEMA and other emergency programs, we have concluded that our main objective was to help civilians and to get them to be more vigilant. After all these considerations, we realize not everybody will heed the warnings, receive them, or be able to escape in time. We are trying to find a solution that will help all remaining and catch all of you.
Our biggest problem is getting the B.I.R.D unit onto the ground. So we talked to Commander Frank Mason, engineer with the C-130. He told us about the flight pattern, the height when dropped, range once dropped, and the precise calculations using these drops. He also told us about the parachutes and computers using these drops.
Captain Roddy with the question. I heard that Hurricane Katrina had a huge impact on the Gobots during their research. It was the 3rd strongest hurricane in recent history. With winds reaching up to 175 miles per hour and devastating floods, there are 705 people still missing. Can you tell us how much of an influence this event had on your research?
Hurricane Katrina had a major impact on our research. It drove us to adopt New Orleans, Louisiana as a community we would use to research about flooding inherent to its location. As Colonel Abe said, 1,000 of the 1,800 deaths were caused by isolations during Katrina. This is too many, and the B.I.R.D is used to prevent as many of these as possible.
Captain Music with a question. I see here that the B.I.R.D is made of thermoplastics polyurethane. What is that? I know that you researched many different materials and contacted zipper, rubber, and plastic manufacturers. Why did you use thermoplastics polyurethane to use the B.I.R.D?
After consulting many material manufacturers, we found out that rubber and plastic wouldn't work for the design of the B.I.R.D. So we switched to thermoplastic polyurethane because it's much lighter and more valuable than the rubber and plastic. We also decided to fill the middle of the B.I.R.D with helium in order to make it lighter.
Captain Music with a question. Surely something that complicated to say must be expensive. How much does one unit cost, and is the price worth it? How can you be sure the B.I.R.D will land on its intended target?
All valid questions, Captain. The ball itself will cost $53, and the contents inside will cost $91, for a total of $144. Of course this price would be worth it. This is a penance for just saving one life. You're confident that all the B.I.R.D units will hit their target 100% of the time, because we know your team performs strategic jobs day in and day out to make sure that the B.I.R.D will land to provide a helping hand.
Captain Hoosier with another question. Pardon me, but will these things even float?
A fully completed B.I.R.D unit weighs 68 pounds, and given the surface tension of water and the surface area of the B.I.R.D, it will most certainly float.
Lieutenant Ridinger with a suggestion. General Miller, shall we get off with prototypes now?
Great idea, Lieutenant. Get the prototypes out.
Gobots, the B.I.R.D is incredible and will certainly save lives. It's obvious after extensive research and sharing the B.I.R.D with various professionals in a litany of fields that you've come up with a valuable solution to help those who cannot help themselves.
And remember, if you need a helping hand, just wait for the B.I.R.D to land.